What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. And I just wanted to say a Happy New Year to you guys, and I want to talk about that a little bit here. And I also want to say congratulations for surviving 2017, which was a tough year for a lot of us, including me, especially me, I think, but probably worse for a lot of you guys out there too, and I never want to take that for granted. I know how blessed and lucky I've been, even through the things I went through last year. Now, some of you probably had a great 2017, and if you did, I am jealous, but I'm happy for you. I'm very glad. For those of you who barely survived this year, congratulations. We made it across the finish line. Here we are with a brand new year starting, laying out in front of us, and I hope we get to do some cool stuff this year. I think that we will. I could talk about 2017 a lot here, but I don't really feel the need. Like normally, this video, when I make it each year, is just looking back at the year prior. And we can look back at the stuff that I went through last year, the 8 months of surgery prep, the adpocalypse, me nearly dying because of my obesity, getting that surgery and the pain and misery from that, the 3 months of recovery, the divorce, all that pain and misery and just anxiety and awfulness. However, I don't feel the need to do that. And we may take a look at the best video games or the best Francis Rages or the best moments of the last year. But today I want to focus on 2018. I want to start by asking you, what are your plans for 2018? Are you going to go back to school? Are you going to finish school? You're going to get that new job? You're going to start that career? Are you going to ask that girl or lady out? You're going to marry that girl or lady? Are you going to divorce that girl or lady? or that man or lady? What are you going to do for your 2018? What's the exciting thing you have planned? I do want to see as much of that in the comment section as I can below, and I'll try to reply to a few as I read them. That said, I think 2018 for me is going to be a re-year, a lot of re's, and I'll explain what I mean by that. Number one, reduce. 2017, I reduced quite a bit. I lost 140 pounds, and I ended a relationship. So things got a lot smaller. I want to continue to get a lot smaller. And I'll tell you, I took down every picture of myself in this house. I can't stand to look at fat me. I'm still fat, but I can't stand to look at fatter me anymore. And when I see it in an old YouTube video, it kind of, I don't even recognize that guy anymore. I don't feel like that person. I don't look like that person anymore. And I'm excited to be a different person now. And I don't want, I like my mirror now, but I don't like any old pictures. And that sucks. But when I see those changes, it's huge to me. Some of you guys say you don't even see the changes, and that's fine because you just see me in a camera. But I'm the one walking around with this giant body. Boy, can I tell you the difference. I want, when you look at my videos at the end of this year, I want you to say, man, he doesn't even look like the same person anymore. That's who I want to be. And that's exactly what I'm going to try to do. So that is going to involve hitting this local gym that opened up near me that has a pool. So I'm going to hit it. I'm going to do more exercise and walk around and do more stuff. Now, I'll tell you, what's interesting is they mentioned body dysmorphia as part of this prep stuff and talking about the weight loss groups would tell you body dysmorphia. You won't believe you're in your own body. I get it now because there's a lot of stuff I thought I couldn't do that I can now do. Sometimes when it's simple as putting on a shirt, I'm like, this shirt's not going to fit over my oh, it fits just fine. Oh, it's loose. Oh, it's like a blanket. That happens. Last night when I went to a New Year's Eve party at my friend's place, he had some animals, cows and llamas that he wanted us to go take a look at. So I headed outside and Roy said, I can't walk all that way. That's too far for me to walk. But I could, and I made it, and I wasn't even that sore. It was cold, but otherwise I was fine. And I made it back to the house, and I was comfortable. And I stood up for a little while I was still there. I'm not used to being able to do that. When I walk through a store sometimes, I look at an aisle, and I say, I can't fit through there. But then I can. It's so weird because I feel like a completely different person. And when I look at myself in the mirror, sometimes that doesn't look like me. When I look at old pictures of me or old video of me, that definitely doesn't look like me. I want more of that. I'm excited for more of that. I'm excited for doing things I can't do or think I can't do to be things I do. And I want to talk a little bit about reducing in terms of the stuff that I own. Because obviously you guys see a lot of stuff here in the studio. And that's a big chunk of it. But I do own a lot of other stuff. Stuff that I bought when I started making money. Stuff that I bought when I was barely making any money. So it's all junky stuff. I want to replace it with good stuff. I want to reduce the amount of things that I have because I would rather have money in the bank than stuff. And that's a little difficult to do because once you reach a certain height here on YouTube, they do start sending you collectibles and stuff like that. It's nice to have. That's what most of the stuff is. But sometimes I want to make sure that gets a better home for people that are going to appreciate it more. So sometimes that means my friends. Sometimes that simply means the goodwill. Sometimes it means someone who's written me a letter at the P.O. box. I'll ask them and say, hey, do you want this? You want this? Something I have, something related to the thing you sent me, and I'll ship out a package. That's probably never going to happen for you, by the way, because keep in mind, there's 4.5 million of you. So I can only send out about 20 packages. So your chances of getting one of those is slim. Don't get your hopes up. But it happens. I mean, we make sure that stuff goes to a good home. People tell me I should eBay that stuff, but the reality is I don't want to do that. I would rather it be given away for free to someone who could really appreciate it than somebody that just has extra money laying around. Does that make me a butthole? Maybe I would auction it off for charity at some point, but otherwise I'd just rather it be for someone who needs the thing or wants the thing or doesn't have a lot of things and will really appreciate the thing. So forgive me on that. But I don't know for sure that I'm going to get to keep this house, which is a shame because I love my studio here. I'm hoping to be able to keep it. I just got to get the mortgage taken over and everything else. But it's going to be a pain in the butt. But we're going to work on it in the next few months. But I might end up in a different place. I might end up in a different home. I might rent an office one day. I don't know. So I want to make sure that the stuff I don't need is at a place where someone does need it. So we'll reduce. Also, redecorating is another thing that I really want to take care of this year. I want to make sure that my house is the way that I've always wanted it to be. It's already halfway to being a smart house. I want to make it a fully smart house. I want to make sure that all of the stuff that I have is nicer and better. I want to geekify it. There's just some empty holes in the decorating for my ex-wife moving out, so I want to fill those holes with cool and interesting and geeky things. And another thing I want to do this year is reconnect. And I've been doing that already. I've been meeting new people and spending time with new people, but I've been reconnecting with old friends I haven't talked to in years, sometimes even a decade for some of my friends. It's so nice getting to see these people. It's so nice getting to spend time with these people. It's fantastic. And then, of course, reconnecting with the friends who I've had over the last 7 years but didn't spend as much time with. I've got somebody over to the house 4, 5, 6 nights a week now. I've got somebody coming over as soon as I'm done uploading this video, and we're going to talk for a little while. And I just love it. I just love spending time with people I love spending my time with who care about me and that I care about. And I want to explore the damn world. I got to say, I loved being married when I was married, but I'm kind of beginning to love being not married because there's a certain amount of codependency that comes with marriage, especially when you're a morbidly obese person who's in need of a lot of help. But now there's a level of independence that I've never been able to experience. And I don't mean just in the 7 years that I was married. I mean in my lifetime. Because even prior to being married or even dating somebody in a long-term relationship, you got to remember, I was on disability drawing $800 a month. You can't do a lot of things on $800 a month. I was, prior to that, physically ill, very physically ill. You can't do a lot of things when you're so fat you can barely move and you're sick and dying on top of that. You're in and out of the hospital every couple of weeks. It's terrifying. It's frustrating. It's painful. I don't know that I've ever been independent. And if I have, I've never been this kind of independent where I'm financially sound and I'm able to do most of the things that I would financially want to do. I am finally at a point where physically I can walk and I can move and I can do things that I could not have done. My anxiety and my mental issues are at an all-time high or low, I don't know, but they're in a recovery state, a recovery state that I had never anticipated that I could reach. And I'm able to go places and do things I never thought I would be able to do. And I am looking forward to doing that because I think right now I could do anything. And at 100 pounds, I'll be able to do everything. I want to be able to travel the country. I want to be able to go to all of the gaming conventions. I want to participate in as many conventions as I can. All of the companies that have ever offered to fly me out somewhere, to have me come visit, to play their games, to test their products, to go to their conventions, I want to go. And maybe that won't happen at the beginning of 2018, but by the end of 2018, I want to just... VidCon's already on the list. Retropalooza's already on the list. I want to put 10 more on the list. I'll still need a little bit of help. I'll probably hire a friend to go with me or hire a PA at some point. But I'm looking forward to that so much. And as sad as I can be right now, as hurt as I can be right now, that's the silver lining. And you know me, I'm always going to focus on the silver lining. So I think 2018 is going to be a really good year for all of us. I hope that it's a good year for you. I hope that whatever goals you're setting for yourself, I hope that you achieve them. I hope that if you don't achieve them this year, you put in the work. You put in the bedrock that you'll build that success on. And I'll be here rooting you along the whole way, same way you guys are here rooting me along this whole way. So here's to being independent. Here's to being strong. Here's to reducing. Here's to recycling. Here's to rebuilding. I want to get my teeth done. Oh. All right, guys. Enjoy 2018. I'll be here with you. Thanks for watching. I love you very much. And I'll speak with you again soon.